Hey guys, Noah's Willy Wonka here, or Noah, and today we're going to be talking about a story that happened years upon years ago. All right, now, now, pardon me, but in this video we're basically going to be talking about how my best friend smacked his grandma with a condom, straight up, whipped it out of the package, lubricated and all, and just smacked her. And I mean smacked, like it made a loud like popping, like it sounded like thunder whenever it hit his grandmother. But okay, so we're in about 5th or 6th grade, and if you don't know, I'm a sophomore in high school now, and this was back in 5th or 6th grade, and me and him were hanging out, and there was this other dude there. We're gonna name him Cooper. Alright, so Cooper decided that it'd be a great idea to sneak into my friend's room, and just look around, just scourge around. And if you don't know, my friend's father is a die-hard Kiss fan, like the band Kiss, and he has like action figures, he has all this stuff it's related to Kiss. And so we sneak in, or he sneaks into his room. I'm sitting there just playing GTA San Andreas on the PS2. I know, don't at me. And so we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, they both come running back into his room. And if you don't know, their rooms at the time were on separate sides of the house. Like, they were completely on the other side of the house. And so they come running back into our room, and it's a mobile home, so you can also hear them, their feet thudding. And they still live in, my friend still lives in this house, but you could obviously hear their feet thudding across the ground, because if you ever lived in, or been in a mobile home, you know when you walk, it's hollow underneath, and so you can hear, like, the echo of your footsteps. Well, he's running, they're both running, right? And keep in mind, at the time, these guys were skinny, and so I knew something was up if I could hear them from this far away. So I paused my game with my 5-star wanted level. And so I paused the game, and I look over, and I see this blue wrapper. And at first, I'm just kind of like, wonder what that could be. Because, you know, 6th grade Noah, virgin ears, 6th grade Noah, didn't really know what that was. And so they come in like, dude, you won't believe what we just got. Like, this is amazing. I've never seen something like this before. And so I'm just kind of sitting there, and I'm like, okay, what is it? And they're just like, dude, it's a condom. And I'm like, this was the moment I realized, like, oh my god, these are my friends. And I'm like, it's kind of one of those, and it was also one of those things to where it's like, the legend is true. You know, like, I've never seen a condom in my life. I've never, like, seen them on TV, but, like, this is my first time experiencing one. Like, I've heard rumors about them, you know, but this was my first time ever experiencing one in the flesh. So I'm like, well, what are we going to do? And they're like, I got an idea. So my friend proceeds, and Cooper proceeds to take it out of the wrapper, right, and stretch it out. Now, for those wondering about, you know, how to put it on, it's pretty simple. I mean, just kind of roll it out, and I mean, yeah, and so he proceeds to unravel it like it's a fruit roll-up, right, and he's just kind of sitting there, and we're all kind of sitting there in awe, or more like they're sitting there in awe, and I'm just kind of like, whatever, like, I just want to get back to my video games, classic Noah. And so they're just kind of like, dude, we should prank your grandma with this. And I'm kind of sitting there, I'm like, are you freaking stupid? Like, do you know, like, how much crap we would get into if this actually were to happen? And he's like, no, man, it'll be fun, don't worry. And so I'm kind of sitting there, and I'm just kind of like, man, why did I choose my friends like this? And so they decided to walk out with and my friend has it behind his back, and Cooper is recording the whole thing. This will play a role later on. And Cooper is recording the entire thing. And so all I hear is this loud whack. Like, I just hear a loud whack noise, and I hear a lot of cussing and a lot of laughing. And so I'm like, oh my god, they literally just did it. And I hear a bunch of thudding. You know, they're obviously running back to the room. They closed the door behind them, and that door had a lock on it, and they locked the door, right? And so I'm just kind of like, oh god, what's going on? And so I ask him, I'm like, yo, guys, what's going on? And it's like, dude, she is pissed. Like, and I'm just kind of like, oh god, here we go. And I hear like loud banging, as in like gunshot, almost like a gunshot banging on the door. And they're sitting there laughing entirely, right? And I'm just kind of like, oh god, this is where I die. This is where I'm gonna die. And she's like, you better open this freaking door right now. And so my friend is like, or what? And she's like, I'm gonna bust this door down. He's like, bet you won't. I swear, for her being 60 to 70 years old, she got game, man. Like she could probably kill us if she wanted to. And she proceeded to bust down, kick the door open over a condom to the face. Like, I mean, sometimes you just gotta understand that's a joke. But I mean, I guess that was kind of a messed up joke. I mean, you just kind of took a lubricated condom to the face by your, 12-year-old grandson and his friend recording the entire thing. And she's freaking out. She's like, why would you do that? Why would you record it out of all things? Let me see the phone. And so Cooper's sitting there like, no. And so she's like, well, we're going to have a problem then if we don't, get the phone. And Cooper decides to run out of that room and lock himself into the bathroom, right? And he sends it to a bunch of people, like almost like nearly, to me it was like hundreds of people. And I'm just kind of sitting there still playing GTA and thinking to myself, like, on the outside I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. On the inside I'm just kind of like, I'm screwed. Like, this is where I die. And so my friend, she kind of just rattles up all together and sits us down in the living room, and she's kind of like, why would you guys do that? Like, I'm cool with it, like, jokes and stuff, but, like, why would you do that? And my friend explained to her, she's like, oh, okay. And so the next day rolls around, we're all still there, right? And if you didn't know, me and this friend spend, like, weeks at a time with each other. Like, we would honestly spend weeks together. And, oh, God, pardon me. I'm yawning. I don't know why I'm yawning. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon where I am right now. Well, my friend still has the condom. It's kind of dried out now, but, because of stuff. Well, might I explain that they weren't done. It wasn't everything but over at that time. And so, oh my god. And so, he proceeds to take the condom and throws it at his grandma the next day while she's sitting there watching her Family Feud. And he decides to throw it at her, and he's like, suck it, and throws it at her, like chucks it at her. And like, it was like, it stuck to her face, like it wrapped around her face. Like, that's how big this thing was. And I don't know why I'm talking about this now that I think about it, but it's pretty freaking weird, honestly. Like, I don't know why I find amusement in telling these stories. But, and he's like, suck it, and throws it, like chucks it. And I'm sitting there, eating my cornflakes or whatever I was eating that day, and I see it all happen. I drop my spoon, and I'm like, oh god, she's about to beat us. And she weirdly but politely takes it off, throws it back at him, and says, if I were to suck anything, it wouldn't be that. Straight up roasted my friend. Her own family, grandson, 11 to 12-year-old, straight up roasted him, saying, you got a small pecker, right? Like, and I'm like, oh my god, no way that just happened. And so I'm sitting there in amusement, right? And Cooper is still sleeping. And so we decide to mess with Cooper a little bit. And we take Cooper, and Cooper sleeps with his mouth open to begin with. And so I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be amazing. We put it in his mouth. Okay, I'm just going to put it straight out there. We put that thing in his mouth and closed his mouth. And, makes me gag thinking about it, but it was horrid. Like, it was horrible. And he woke up, started gagging. Like, it didn't go down his throat or anything. Oh, god, sorry, I'm just kind of getting sick thinking about it. It didn't go down his throat or anything, but It just kind of sat there, and he took it out, and like unraveled it out of his mouth, and he's just kind of like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "That's what you get for not deleting the video." And yeah, that's kind of the story of how we almost got beat up by my friend's grandma, and kind of messed with Cooper a little bit, messed with his friend a little bit while he was sleeping, and that's why you don't take stuff that doesn't belong to you, and especially use it for uses that's not made for. But well, I'm gonna end this off here. If you guys want to hear another story, make sure to leave a like and a comment down below on, I don't know, just if you want to hear another story, because this story is this YouTube channel is a story channel now. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.